Check, check. Check, check. Inhaling, exhaling, staying focused on your inner guidance system, your inner wisdom, your intuition. Gently open your eyes. Inhale, stretch your arms up to the sky, reach up, take a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, twist to the right. Take your right hand behind you and your left hand outside your right thigh. Inhale, sit up tall, lengthen. Exhale, twist, look back over your right shoulder. With each inhale, find more length. With each exhale, twist even deeper. Inhale, come back to center, stretch your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist left. Take your left hand behind you and your right hand outside your left thigh. Inhale, sit up tall, lengthen. Exhale, twist, look back over your left shoulder. With every inhale, you lengthen. With every exhale, you twist even deeper. Inhale, come back to center, stretch both arms up to the sky. Exhale, take your right hand down by your right side. Walk your right fingertips away from you even more. Stretch your left arm overhead, and then maybe bring your right elbow down to the earth. Gaze up at your left thumb. Inhale, come back to center, stretch both arms to the sky. Exhale, place your left hand on the floor, walk your left hand away from you. Bring your left elbow down, stretch your right arm overhead. Work to ground your right hip as you stretch and reach over to the left. Inhale, come back to center, both arms up, reach up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, center, reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, plant your right hand or forearm down, stretch your left arm overhead. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, place your left hand or left forearm down, stretch and reach. Inhale, come back to center, reach both arms up. Exhale, twist right. Linking movement with breath. Inhale, center, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, center, reach your arms up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm overhead. Inhale, center, reach both arms up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm overhead. Inhale, center, reach both arms up to the sky. Exhale, take your hands onto your knees. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Shoulder blades move together on your back. Inhale, lift your heart, spread your collarbones wide. Lean forward, seated cat-cow. Exhale, round, draw your navel in towards your spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, lift your heart, gaze forward. Shoulder blades move together on your back. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift your heart, gaze forward. Look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift your heart, gaze forward. Exhale, round, hollow out your belly, chin to your chest. Inhale, back to neutral. And again, turn your palms face up, bring your thumb and index finger together in Nana Mudra. Close your eyes. Bring your gaze to your third eye, the space between your eyebrows, Brahmati Drishti. And again, what do you need? What do you need this morning? How can you show up for yourself? Let your practice be whatever you need it to be. Inhale, open your eyes, stretch your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your palms to heart center in Anjali Mudra. Set your intention for your practice this morning. It could be a word, a prayer, a phrase, a mantra. What does your intuition guide you towards today? Do that. Open your eyes. Plant your palms on the mat. Find a tabletop position. Tuck your toes under, lift your knees up to a hover. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Puff up the space between your shoulder blades. Big breath in. Exhale, lower your knees down. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Exhale, sink your heels down towards the earth. Bring your belly towards your thighs. Inhale, high onto your toes. Exhale, bend your left knee. Press your right heel down, stretching out the backside of your right leg. Inhale, high onto your tippy toes. Exhale, bend your right knee. Press your left heel down into the earth. Inhale, high onto your toes. Exhale, sink both heels down, downward facing dog. And take a moment, notice how your body feels in this shape this morning. So what do you need more of? What do you need less of? Know that you can always modify. You can always come into a child's pose. You can walk your dog. You can shake your hips from side to side. What do you need this morning? Inhale, shift your weight forward into a plank position. Lower your knees. Hug your elbows in close to your rib cage. Tone your tummy. Exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly for Chaturanga. Walk your hands back to the bottom of your rib cage. Thumbs plug into your lower ribs. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Inhale, find a tiny little baby cobra, just a little back bend. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up into a medium cobra, a little bit higher. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up into your full expression of cobra or upward facing dog. Shoulder blades move together on your back. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, high onto your toes. Exhale, tiptoe to the top of your yoga mat. Separate your feet hip width distance apart or maybe even wider. Bend your knees, let your belly rest on your thighs. Grab opposite elbows and just sway from side to side. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Shake your head maybe. Release any tension in your neck and shoulders. Change the crossing of your elbows and continue to sway. Let it all go. Come back to center. Bring your hands to your hips, root down into your heels. Inhale, come up to standing with a flat back. Bring your arms down by your sides. Draw your navel in. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Look up, take a little back bend. Exhale, palms to your heart. Step your feet together. Remember your intention for your practice this morning, whatever it is. Inhale, arms reach. Look up, take a back bend. Exhale, fold forward. Lead with your heart. Fingers and toes in one line. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to plank. Options, lower your knees, or for more heat, keep your knees lifted. Inhale, puff up the space between your shoulder blades. Exhale, lower halfway, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving through our sun salutations this morning. Letting go of our sleep. Getting our bodies moving. This morning, see if you can give your mind space for stillness. Stay focused on your breath. Inhale high onto your toes. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms, come up to standing, reach up, big back bend at the top. Exhale, palms to your heart. Every time your palms come to your heart, remember your intention. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float back, lower halfway, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reconnect with your breath. Know that you can rest anytime you like. This is your practice, your time. Inhale, high onto your toes. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms, come all the way to standing. Exhale, palms to heart center. You showed up for you this morning, so take care of you. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, high onto your toes. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep your arms, come up to standing. Exhale, hug your thighs together. Squeeze your knees together. Bend your knees, drop your hips for Utkatasana, chair pose. In your chair pose, send your tailbone down. Take a look at your toes. Notice if you can see them, and if you can't, shift your hips back even more. Draw your navel in and up. Knit your front ribs together. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Spread your fingers really wide. Gaze forward. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float back. Lower halfway, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right heel back to the back of the room. Flex your right foot, point your toes straight down. Drop your left heel even more. And see if you can lift your right heel just a little higher. Take a big breath in, reach back. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Make sure your knee stacks over your ankle. Drop your hips low. Inhale, roll your left heel down 45 degrees. Reach your arms up. Warrior One. In your Warrior One, relax your shoulders away from your ears. But make sure also that your pelvis stays neutral, so don't try to turn your hips towards the front of the room. Let your hips be neutral, turn your ribs forward. Inhale. Exhale, arms to the horizon, Warrior Two. Bend into your front knee, sink in. Gaze out over your right middle finger. And so what do you need this morning? Do you need to remember to breathe? Do you need to be a little more gentle with yourself? Maybe backing off of your edges somewhat. Or do you need more of a challenge? Maybe bending your knee, sinking deeper into the shape. Do you need presence? Do you need awareness? What do you need? Inhale, turn your right palm up. Exhale, bring your left palm back to your left calf for Peaceful Warrior. Inhale, look up at your right thumb. Bend your knee. Good. Inhale, back to center, Warrior Two. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, bring your right hand to your right shin. Reach your left arm up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Breathe. Draw your right hip back. Open your left hip up. Your gaze can either go up at your left thumb or down to the floor. One more big breath in. Bend your right knee. Come back up, Warrior Two. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, frame your right foot, step back, plank. Elbows in, lower halfway, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left heel back to the back of the room. Flex your foot, point your toes straight down. Sink your right heel down even further. Can you lift your left heel up? Big breath in. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Roll your right heel down 45 degrees. Inhale, reach your arms up, warrior one. Again, hips stay neutral, turn your ribs forward. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Spread your fingers wide, gaze forward. Inhale. And what do you need in this moment? What do you need? Not what do you want? Yeah, they're different. Sometimes it's hard to discern between the two. What do you need? What does intuition guide you towards? Inhale. Exhale, arms to the horizon, warrior two.
It's the only group with
So it can be hard to discern between what ego guides us towards and what intuition guides us towards. One serves the purpose of our greatest good and is always intended in love. The other shows up as protection, as fear. Good. Inhale, turn your left palm up. Exhale, bring your right palm back to your right calf. Bend your left knee. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, bring your left hand down to your left shin. Reach your right arm up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Gaze up at your right thumb or down to the earth. Draw your left hip back. Open your right hip up. Good. Spiral your ribs up towards the sky. Inhale, bend your left knee. Reach your arms to the horizon, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Frame your left foot, step back plank. Elbows in, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right heel back to the back of the room. Exhale, step your right foot through. Roll your left heel down 45 degrees. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Sink into it. Inhale, right palm up. Exhale, left palm back to your left calf, peaceful warrior. Inhale, back to center, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle. Gaze up at your right thumb. Adding on, put your right hand on your right hip. Look down at the floor, bend your right knee. Walk your right hand forward about 6 inches, shift your weight into your right foot, and send your left heel back to the back of the room for Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Reach your left arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, take both hands down, frame your right foot, lunge your left leg back. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left heel back to the back of the room. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Roll your right heel down 45 degrees. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Sink in. Inhale, flip your left palm. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, back to center, warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, tip forward, Trikonasana. Gaze up at your right thumb. Inhale, put your right hand on your right hip. Look at the floor. Bend your left knee. Walk your left hand forward about 6 inches. Shift your weight into your left foot. Stack your right hip on top of the left. And press the sole of your right foot towards the back wall. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Lunge your right leg back. Step your left foot back to meet the right. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right toes up to the sky. Bend your right knee, open your right hip. Stack your right hip on top of the left. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right tricep, or not. Inhale, press back. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, or not. Inhale, press back. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands, roll your left heel down 45 degrees. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, arms to the horizon, warrior two. Inhale, right palm up. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, back to center, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle this time. Right elbow to your right thigh, reach your left arm overhead. Good. Bend your right knee. Sink in even more. So options here, you can either stay, or if you want, you can start to nestle your right shoulder inside your right knee and plant your right palm on the floor or on a block. You can sweep your left arm overhead, bend your left elbow, and see about putting your left hand in your right hip pocket. Moving towards a bind here. If all that feels okay, reach your right hand back and see if you can find your left fingertips. Gaze up over your left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. And release your right hand down. Reach your left arm to the sky. Use your left hand to pull you all the way up to standing. Star pose. Turn your toes in and your heels out. Reach your arms out wide. Float your arms behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Hinge at your hips. Lead with your heart. Wide leg forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. So this is a really big shoulder stretch in this shape. See if you can put more of a bend in your elbows and bring your wrists to touch. Shift more weight towards your tippy toes, less weight in your heels. Good. All right, very gently release your hands down to the earth. Take your peace fingers around your big toes. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, fold in. Elbows come out to your sides. Shake your head yes, no, maybe. Release tension in your neck and shoulders. Release your feet. Bring your hands underneath you. Straighten your arms. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, yogi walk your hands to the right. Pivot on your feet. Find a lunge facing the front of the room. Step your right foot back to meet the left. Plank. Elbows in lower halfway. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Inhale, left toes to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, or not. Yogi's choice. Inhale, press back. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale, press back. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, roll your right heel down. Inhale, arms reach, warrior one. Sink into your right knee. Exhale, arms to the horizon, warrior two. Gaze out over your left middle finger. Inhale, flip your left palm. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, back to center, warrior two. Exhale, bring your elbow onto your left thigh. Sweep your right arm overhead. Extended side angle. So you can either stay here, or if you like, you can start to nestle your left shoulder inside your left knee. You can put your hand on a block or on the floor. If that works out all right, sweep your right arm behind you, bend your right elbow, and put your right hand in your left hip pocket. You can gaze down at the floor if you feel a little out of balance. And then maybe see if your left fingertips can find the right. Find your bind. You can gaze up over your right shoulder or down at the floor. Good. All right, gently release. Take your left hand to the floor, reach your right arm up. Use your right hand to pull you all the way up to warrior two, and then straighten your front leg. Turn your heels in and your toes out. I'm gonna turn and face you guys for this. Heels in, toes out. Take your arms wide, bend your elbows, cactus your arms. Inhale, exhale, bend your knees and drop your hips for goddess pose. So we're gonna go with a lot of variations this morning. Choose the ones that you need, okay? We're gonna start here by just sending our tailbone down and keeping our knees stacked over our ankles. You can either stay here or bring your fingertips behind your ears, draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Inhale, exhale, right elbow, right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, left elbow, left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Good. Keep going. 10. Or not. 9. You might be holding. 8. 7. Option to add in some heel raises when you crunch. So when your right elbow comes to your right knee, maybe lift your right heel. Good. 5. 4. Yep. 3. 2. And back to center. Cactus arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten your legs. Turn your heels out and your toes in. Put your hands on your hips. Point your elbows straight back to the back of the room. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. Keep your elbows pointing up towards the sky as long as you can. Good. That's it. And then from here, interlace your fingers. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Let your head hang heavy. Your neck relaxes. Good. That's it. Gently release your hands down to the earth. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, yogi, walk your hands to the left. Frame your left foot in a lunge. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot back to meet the right. Elbows in, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right toes up to the sky. Bend your right knee, open your right hip up. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Roll your left heel down 45 degrees. Inhale, arms reach up. Warrior 1. Good. Exhale, arms to the horizon. Warrior 2. Inhale, flip your right palm up. Exhale, left palm back to your left calf. Peaceful warrior. Inhale, back to center, warrior 2. Exhale, extended side angle. Sweep your left arm overhead. You have options here. You can plant your right hand on the floor. You can find your bind. You can work towards your bind. If you have your bind, how about look at your right big toe. Don't overthink it. Take a deep breath in, and then step your left foot forward in line with your right foot. Lift your right heel up. Root down into the sole of your left foot. Your left leg stays really strong. And then just start to let your right toes get lighter and lighter and lighter. Keep looking at the floor. Maybe come all the way up to stand. Maybe extend your right leg long. Maybe look over your left shoulder for bird of paradise. Good. See what's possible. See what you need. You may not need to do this morning, and that's okay. Step your right foot down. Step your left foot back. We're going to come out of this just as gracefully as we went in. So release your right hand down to the earth. Reach your left arm up. Extended side angle. Inhale, come back up, warrior 2. Whew. Straighten your front right leg. Turn your heels out and your toes in. Float your arms behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Wide leg forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. You have options here. We've been here a couple of times. If you want to keep working on your fold, start to shift more weight into your toes. Let your heels be lighter. Maybe even put a micro bend in your knees. You can also put your hands down, make sure your fingers are in line with your toes, and your palms are directly underneath your shoulders. And then you can bring the crown of your head down to the earth and maybe play with headstand this morning if it's in your practice, whatever variation you like, whatever you need. Wherever you are, don't forget to breathe. Very slowly, lower the soles of your feet down to the earth if you're upside down. Plant your palms on the floor in front of you. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, walk your hands to the front of your mat. Frame your right foot in a lunge. Plant your palms. Send your right toes to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend your right knee, open your right hip. Options, stay here or roll to the outside edge of your left foot and then step your right foot behind you. Find a back bend. Flip your dog or wild thing. Inhale, back to center, plank. Elbows in, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side. Only one more side. Inhale your left toes to the sky. Bend your left knee, open your left hip up. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands, roll your right heel down 45 degrees. Inhale, arms reach, warrior one. Exhale, arms to the horizon, warrior two. Inhale, flip your left palm. Exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Moving into the bind if you like, if it's in your practice, if you want it, if today's the day. And then if you find the bind, look down at your left big toe. Don't overthink it. Inhale, step your right foot forward to meet the left. Shift your weight into your right foot. Right leg is strong. Let your left toes get lighter and lighter and lighter. Keep looking at the floor and maybe start to come up to standing with your bind. Nice and slow. If you find your way to standing, start to straighten your left leg and maybe look over your right shoulder. Nice work, yogis. Good. Slowly step your left foot back down. Lunge your right leg back. Into extended side angle, left hand down, right arm to the sky. Look down at the floor. Inhale, come back up to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Turn your heels out. Turn your toes in. Inhale, hands on your hips, look up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward. This time, take your right hand onto the floor, right underneath your chin. So if you're a little warm, maybe where the sweat is dripping on the floor, take your left hand to your sacrum. And you want to keep your hips nice and level. Like if you had a tray of lemonade or tea, you could set it right on your hips and it wouldn't topple over. So keep your hips nice and level. And then start to rotate your rib cage up to the left. Notice if your hips start to shift, and if they do, back out of the twist a little bit. Eventually, maybe reach your left arm to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, take your left hand down. Replace your right hand. Place your right hand on your sacrum. Start to rotate your right shoulder up towards the sky. Keep your hips square and level. Inhale, reach your right arm up. Find your twist. Exhale, take your right hand down. Yogi, walk your hands to the left. Frame your left foot in a lunge. Plant your palms. Inhale, left toes to the sky. Bend your left knee, open your left hip. Options, stay here. Or roll to the outside edge of your right foot. Step your left foot behind you. Flip your dog. Find your back bend. Open your heart. Inhale. Exhale, rewind, come back, plank. Elbows in, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Lower your knees to the earth. Take your knees wide. Sink your hips to your heels for child's pose. Reconnect with your breath. Big breath. Maybe find Gnana Mudra, where you bring your thumb and index finger together. Maybe bring your gaze to your third eye, just reconnecting with intuition, your inner guidance system. And then take your palms down. Press into your palms, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Inhale high onto your tippy toes. Exhale, tiptoe to the top of your mat. Moving into standing balancing shapes. Bring your big toes to touch, put a little space between your heels. Sweep your arms out in front of you, lengthen the crown of your head towards the front of the room. And then interlace all of your fingers except for your index fingers and your thumbs. Inhale, sweep all the way up to standing with a flat back. All the way up. Good. Shift your weight into your left foot. Root down all the way into the sole of your left foot. Inhale, lift your right knee in front of you. Flex your right foot. Bring the sole of your right foot inside your left thigh or calf, above or below your knee for tree pose. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring your palms to heart center. Lift your right knee in front of you. Flex your foot. Take your arms out wide like airplane wings. Bend your left knee. Cross your right leg over the left. You can either kickstand here by putting your right toes on the mat, or if you want a little bit more of a balance challenge, then see about wrapping your right toes behind your left calf. Fly your right arm underneath the left for eagle pose. You can also take your right hand to your left shoulder and your left hand to your right shoulder, especially if your shoulders feel tight this morning. Good. Just give yourself a little bit more space. Sink in even more. Can you bend your knees even deeper? And inhale, release. Take your right knee in front of you. Reach your arms up to the sky. Extend your right leg long. Flex your foot. Big breath in. Exhale, step forward onto your right foot. Lift your left heel up. Big breath in. Exhale, fly, warrior three. Your arms can either go forward or out to your sides for airplane pose. Inhale. Drop your left hip down 1 inch. Good. And step it back. Good. Bring your big toes to touch. Put space between your heels. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Interlace all of your fingers except for your thumb and index finger. This time, can you do it the opposite way? Yeah. Doesn't that feel weird? Okay. Shift your weight into your right foot. Inhale, lift your left knee in front of you. Flex your left foot. Bring the sole of your left foot inside your right thigh or calf, above or below your knee somewhere. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Good. All right, gently bring your palms back to heart center. Lift your left knee in front of you. Flex your foot. Stretch your arms out wide like wings. Bend your right knee. Cross your left leg over the right. You can either put your left toes on the floor or wrap your left toes behind your right calf. Inhale. Exhale, fly your left arm underneath the right. Intertwine your arms, palms to touch, or left hand to your right shoulder, right hand, left shoulder. Work to bring everything in towards the center line. That's it. Inhale. Exhale, sink even deeper. Inhale, come back up. Lift your left knee in front of you. Stretch your arms up to the sky. Extend your left leg long. Big breath in. Exhale, step forward onto your left foot. Lift your right heel up. Exhale, warrior three. Tip forward. Inhale. Exhale, just breathe. Our intuition awakens us to the divine wisdom of the universe. All we need to do is listen. And so, intuition isn't the voice that we always want to hear, just so you know, right? The one that we want to hear is mostly ego and is based in fear and uncertainty. Very slowly step your feet back together. Bring your palms to heart center. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forward. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, plank. Elbows in, lower all the way down, all the way. Walk your hands back to the bottom of your rib cage. Push into your palms. Lift up, upward facing dog or cobra. So our intuition is rooted in love and divine guidance. And following our intuition might challenge us, right? We may be asking ourselves the questions like, what if, how, when, when we're following intuition, because ego tells us to be afraid, or tells us that we can't do something, or that it's too scary, or that we might fail. But if we follow intuition and listen, slowly lower all the way down. Bring your arms down by your sides. Inhale, lift everything up, Shalambhasana, locust pose. If we follow intuition, we start to find that we're in the natural flow of life. Things sort of start to just magically happen. It's fascinating, really. Things that you thought that you couldn't do become completely natural for you. One more breath in. Exhale, lower down. Interlace your fingers at your sacrum. Inhale, lift everything up. Fly for Shalambhasana, locust pose. Lift up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Good. That's it. Roll over onto your back. Just roll over. Roll over. Good. Bend your knees. Bring the soles of your feet to the earth. Bring your arms down by your sides. And then just squeeze your right knee in. Bring your right knee out closer to your right armpit and then squeeze it in. Extend the sole of your left foot up to the sky and then just float your left leg down nice and slow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Take your left hand to your right knee, stretch your right arm out to the right side, and use your left hand to guide your knee across your body in a twist. So if this twist feels very deep for you, you can stack your knees. You can bend your left knee and stack your right knee on top of the left. Otherwise, if you would like a deeper twist, then keep your left leg long. Your gaze can go over to your right pinky finger. Inhale, gently come back to center. Take your right peace fingers to your right big toe or to the outside edge of your right foot and find a half happy baby here. So press the sole of your right foot up towards the sky, bring your right knee towards the earth, and then work to ground your right shoulder down. Gently come back to center. Squeeze both knees in. Interlace your fingers over your shins. Take your left hand to the outside edge of your left foot or to your left. Your peace fingers around your left big toe. Oh wait, not yet, sorry. Interlace your fingers around your left shin. Extend the sole of your right foot up towards the sky and extend your right leg long. Squeeze your left knee in. Good. Bring your left knee out towards your left armpit and then squeeze it in even more. Inhale.
I think if I could get you to do
Exhale.
one thing.
Inhale, take your right hand to your left knee, stretch your left arm out to the side, and use your right hand to guide your left knee across your body in a twist. Again, you can stack your knees if you want a little bit less, or you can keep your right leg extended long if you want a little bit more.
Then
Your
you'll
choice.
discover
What do you
quite
need?
quickly just how extraordinary a life is meant to be and could be.
Gently come back to center. Squeeze your left knee in. Take your left hand to the outside edge of your left foot or your left peace fingers to your left big toe. Guide your left knee outside your torso for half happy baby. Work your left shoulder down into the earth.
And it's just we get so messy. It's not that we're doing lots of wrong things, but our mind is so messy. We don't keep it simple.
Shakti Gawain
And
says,
we end up
a wise
making
being
life
lives inside of you.
inordinately complicated.
There is a wise being that lives inside of you. It is your intuitive
End
self.
up feeling in a real muddle.
Gently come back to center. Squeeze both knees in. Give yourself a big hug. And then lower the soles of your feet to the earth. Bring your arms down by your sides. Walk your feet in so that you can touch your fingertips with your heels. Good. Now push into the soles of your feet. Lift your hips up for bridge pose. And then walk your shoulder blades underneath you just a little bit more. Maybe interlace your fingers. Find a nice back bend here.
It doesn't actually take very much to make
When we focus our awareness into a deep place in our bodies, a place where our gut feelings reside, we can communicate with our inner guidance system by silently talking to it, making requests, or asking questions. And then just relax. Don't think too hard with your mind. Be open to receiving whatever the answers are. They're usually simple and relate to the present moment, not the past or the future, and they feel right. Slowly lower down. And if you like, you can go up into wheel, or you can take a second bridge, or maybe even a supported bridge. What do you need this morning? You may not need any more back bends at all. You might choose to heel toe your feet out to the edges of your mat and just simply let your knees knock in towards each other. What do you need right now? Wherever you need to go, go now. Go there. Your shape. 5 breaths. Though the messages of the intuitive self may come through a bit at a time, if we learn to follow the supply of information piece by piece, the necessary course of action will unfold. As we learn to rely on this guidance, life takes on a flowing, effortless quality. Our life, our feelings, our actions interweave harmoniously with those of others around us. Very slowly lower down if you're in a back bend. And take one more closing posture of your choosing. Maybe more twists. Maybe a Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe you're ready for Shavasana. Maybe legs up the wall. Your choice. What do you need? Trust the deepest feelings that you get and act on them. If they are truly from your intuition, you'll find that they lead to a feeling of greater aliveness and power, and more opportunities begin to open up. If you don't feel more alive and empowered, you may not have been truly acting from your intuition, but from some voice of ego inside of you. The ego seeks what it knows. It seeks the familiar, the unchangeable, and often it's based on fear. On the other hand, your intuition never comes from feelings of fear. Go back and ask for clarification and trust your intuition to give you direction. We strive so hard to make our lives the way we want them to be. Very slowly make your way into Shavasana. Arms down by your sides, turn your palms face up. Maybe find your Gnana Mudra with your arms at your sides, palms up, thumbs and index fingers together. Maybe bring your gaze between your brows to your third eye, your intuitive center. And then take a deep breath through your nose. Open your mouth wide, exhale, release with a sigh, let it all go. As you begin this day, imagine that you can give up struggling for a whole day. No struggle. Relax for a while and trust that your needs will be met by the natural flow of life. The philosophy of being here now and letting go of attachment is a freeing experience. When you do this, you discover that you're really perfectly okay. In fact, you feel quite wonderful. You can just let yourself be, let the world be, and give up the struggle of trying to change things. Allow yourself to just be. Be still.
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai. Jai Siya Ram Jai Jai Hanuman 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 Jai Siya
I'd like to close our practice with the Buddha's discourse on goodwill. Bring your palms to your heart. You can stay just as you are, or you can take your right hand over your heart and place your left hand on top. And this is your mudra for inner guidance. May all beings be filled with joy and peace. May all beings everywhere, the strong and the weak, the great and the small, the powerless and the powerful, the short and the tall, the subtle and the gross, the seen and the unseen, dwelling far off or nearby, being or waiting to become. May all be filled with lasting joy. Let no one deceive another. Let no one anywhere despise another. Let no one out of anger or resentment wish suffering on anyone at all. Just as a mother with her own life protects her child, her only child, from harm, so within yourself let grow a boundless love for all creatures. Let your love flow outward through the universe, to its height, its depth, its broad extent. A limitless love without hatred. Then as you stand or walk or sit or lie down, as long as you are awake, strive for this with a one-pointed mind. Your life will bring heaven to earth. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Namaste, yogis. Have an amazing day.